What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do just a quick like a fast 5 weight loss tips for you. So if you're not familiar with my story, basically I lost 50 pounds from eating healthy, learning about nutrition, exercising, and so now every single day I'm always trying something new. I'm always trying to up my health, not just with my body, but with my mindset. So on my podcast, if you don't listen, Chelsea Swift is your spirit animal. That is on Pandora, Spotify, and Apple. I give a lot of motivational tips over there, and I do a lot of like weight loss tips and health tips and all that stuff. So today I wanted to get into 5 quick weight loss tips, real tips that I'm using right now that I also feel like will be good for any level. So whether you really want to lose weight or you're in the process of losing weight or you just want to tone up, these are great tips. So I'm also going to be doing, if you've never been on my podcast, I always do oracle cards. So I always do like a little message. So I'm going to do that at the end, just because I figured like I want to keep it more like weight loss motivation. So if you're interested in oracle cards, you can check that positive message out at the end. So let's just get into it. 3 teas a day. Can I talk? And so one thing about me too, I don't edit, I don't go back, I don't cut, I don't paste on my podcast, in life, whatever. So that's kind of what I'm about. And one of the tips that I'm doing right now for myself is 3 teas a day. So you absolutely need to hydrate. And one of the best ways to do that is to just drink a tea. Another reason I do it is I heard that supermodels, all the most beautiful women in the world, they all drink a hot cup of water or a hot cup of lemon water right away in the morning to kind of like flush out their system. So I actually started to do that in the morning, and then I realized, hey, I can kind of like up the benefits if I add some tea in. So tea is very, very good for you. If you've never been on a tea talks, it's pretty similar. All you have to do is drink 3 teas a day, and then usually they have some type of rule about like not eating carbs, and you have to like cry every time you walk past your skinny pop. So this is just a great way to like add it into whatever you're trying to do without trying to go on a weird detox diet that you don't need to do. Just drink 3 teas a day. So try to drink it first thing in the morning, again in the afternoon, about an hour before you eat, and then maybe like 2 hours before like you're gonna shut down for the day. So if you stop eating at 8 o'clock or whatever you normally do, try to drink it at like 6 o'clock. That way there your stomach and whatever has time to settle. So I would say 3 teas a day, very, very good weight loss tip. It'll help flush you out. It'll help detox your organs and all that good stuff. So the next thing I'm gonna say is focus on protein. So this is just, and I'm relating it to food because I just feel like with exercise, we're gonna get to that in a second, but in the beginning of weight loss, you definitely need cardio. You don't know enough about weights, strength training, anything like that. You know, and especially depending on your body type. So this is actually a great tip. Look up your body type and figure out what those people do for exercise and what foods and timing will work the best for you. That's one of the things that I did to just recently, like 6 months ago, to really see like where I was at as far as like I wanted to tone up. And there's so many exercises, there's so many diets. It can just be confusing. So if you ever need to just touch base, just remember, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. You don't have to do any diet that's not comfortable. You don't have to be on any meal plan because some famous person is doing it. Do what makes you feel good, because you'll actually stick to that and reap the benefits of being happier and feeling better, because it's all about feeling better. If you don't feel better and you're in a smaller body, you're still gonna feel like bleep. So you definitely just want to focus on what works best for you. So that's like the first like thing I'm gonna say before I get into this. But if you are confused when it comes to food, focus on protein. 100% just focus on protein. It's the number one thing that is going to help you repair, rebuild. It will keep you full for a long period of time. It provides energy, minerals, nutrients. So I know a lot of people are talking about the fruitarian diet, the vegan diet, vegetarian diet, and that's great. I'm actually 80% plant-based, but I can tell you from being on it, you need to still watch carbs, sugar, calories still matter. Calories in, calories out. That's why that still matters. And that's why health can be frustrating, because you could be eating fruit all day and still struggle with weight loss. So that's an actual like real thing. So if you're confused with the food, I would say definitely 100% just focus on protein, 100%. So the next thing I'm going to say is less is more when it comes to exercise, which you're probably like, yes. So the thing is, less is more when we're talking about exercise. Don't make it complicated. Don't overthink your exercise. The thing you're overthinking is the fact that you could have been already done with your workout. If you take time to seriously just be like, okay, and I'm going to get into this in a second, but if you just wake up and you go, you know what? Today's the day, and I'm going to do 50 squats. Just do that. Don't make an elaborate plan. Just start squatting. The next thing is, if you feel like I need more cardio, start walking around. It really, being active, just like even right now, if I was like, I didn't get any steps today, I would just stand up and start walking around, or stand up and start doing something, start stretching. Like right now, if you feel like you're not getting enough movement, stand up. Stand up, start stretching, start moving. That's a part of daily activity. And stretching, daily activity, taking a walk, doing a couple push-ups here and there are really going to add up. But the thing is, less is more. So stick to simple, basic exercises. So like try to stick to it for like 7 days. So maybe you say, okay, I'm going to go for a walk for like 10 minutes and then I'm going to do 10 push-ups. Do that for 7 days, because what happens is it starts to get easier and you'll be impressed with yourself. Like for example, right now I'm doing like a 5-minute plank series thing. And when I started doing it again about probably like 2 weeks ago, it was very hard. For those first 4 days, it was like very hard. But then by the time I got to like the 7th day, I was like, this is why it's important to keep up with this, because now it's easy, now it's manageable. It's not easy, but you just get stronger. You know, your body gets used to it. It starts to adjust. So that's the next thing I'm going to say is your body is able to customize itself depending on what you're consistently doing. So that's why it's important to keep doing the same thing. A lot of people will say, well, your body will get used to that. Well, give yourself a chance to get used to it before you switch it up, because that's the other thing is you hear a lot of trainers say you got to keep your body guessing, but that's for people that are at higher levels of training. When you are first beginning, no, you need to keep doing it, because that's where your strength is building. And then your body is saying, okay, I'm stronger now. All right, I can do push-ups like regularly. I don't need to be on my knees anymore. I can actually do them. Even though I only have one good solid push-up, now you're evolving. And so I think that's a huge thing when it comes to weight loss and exercise and all this stuff, like that people forget, is you have to give yourself time to really grow and let your body get stronger and stuff like that. So just keep it simple. Just stick to something very basic, like a push-up, like a squat, like a plank, like a crunch. Very, very simple in the beginning. You know, add in some cardio and you will definitely start to see results. It really is about keeping it like simple. The next thing is journal. Journal, journal, journal. So I'm constantly journaling, but I had a weight loss journal. So what I would do is like a daily check-in. Just check in with yourself. What's going on? How are you eating? Because when you have to write it down, you're like, oh shit. Like you're kind of like embarrassed really when you're like, okay, well I had like 3 martinis last night. And you're like trying not to look at it. Like when you have to face it, it will show you right there, black and white, what you have to work on. And it's one of the most important things you can do. So the next thing I would say is in your journal, create a daily checklist for yourself. I do this all the time. What's my focus of the day? Whether that's for work, whether that's for weight loss, it's transformed into like many things. But I always write down, okay, I want to research this person and learn about them. I want to research this subject today and learn about it. Like sometimes it's just weird stuff. But then I give myself like, okay, you're going to do 100 jump rope things. You're going to do your 100 workout today, and you're going to do 5-minute planks. Doesn't have to be that serious, but when you write down, here's the one thing that I have to do today, you are more likely to check that bad guy off. So the thing is, write down, today I'm going to have one shake. Today I'm going to have one healthy meal. Today I'm going to have one meal that has eggs in it. I don't know. But you can just say to yourself, here's the one thing I want to do today that is for my health. It's going to be beneficial in the long run. Doesn't have to be crazy, just one thing today. As you do that over and over and over again, you will get to the end of the week and be like, wow, I did a lot that I wouldn't do if I didn't check in. The next thing I'm going to say is get yourself a calendar. Make yourself a calendar. You don't even need to buy one, but you need to hang up some type of calendar in your office, in your bedroom, in your workout space, wherever it is that you're going to be trying to accomplish, whatever it is. Because what you can do is you can actually write down on that calendar, here's what I did for my workout, or even check it off. So when you get to day 14 or you get to day, 18, you can see, oh, here's all the workouts that I did. Or you can see, here's all the workouts I didn't do. And that's actually extremely motivating because then it actually encourages you to keep going, or, hey, I got to step my game up today. So that's a really great way to stay on track. You could just put like an H, like if you had a really healthy day eating, you could just put like an H, like encircle it. You can make little symbols for yourself. If you did cardio, you could put a C. If you did strength, you could put an S. Obviously being biased, no. So the next thing I'm going to say is really read your labels on your snacks. So obviously food is important, but one of the things that I did wrong going through weight loss and everything like that, I kept buying and I'm not even going to name the brand, but I kept buying a certain snack that was low calorie and I thought it was healthy. And then you start to read what's in it and you're like, this is stumping my progress. Like what happens is you'll get used to eating something, but they can add stuff to it, right? Like the package will change, but the package doesn't change. So you never think to read the back. But then you're like, wait a minute, I thought this had like 2 grams of fat in it and now it has 8. And that actually happened to me. So read your snacks. And the thing is, just make sure you're like on top of that. If you're used to, I almost said it. If you're used to eating a certain snack, you haven't ate it in a while, you go to the store, you go to buy it, check it out. Because sometimes that nutritional information will change. So just make sure you're doing that. And the last thing I'm going to say, which I feel like is the best thing for you, is be accepting of yourself right now. It's so important to not fight your way through weight loss. So this is one of the best tips that I'm going to give you. Make sure when you're going through weight loss, you are loving yourself. You have to get into a mirror, get yourself a skinny mirror. This is my last tip. Get yourself a skinny mirror that makes you look like ridiculously small. It doesn't mean you get rid of your regular truthful mirror. All that this means is you're going to look in that mirror every day and you're going to say 10 nice things about yourself. And I'm telling you right now, you might not be able to do this at first, but it is a huge part of weight loss. So just make sure you get in front of your skinny mirror, because now you're not only are you visualizing yourself, okay, I'm visualizing my health, I'm visualizing myself smaller from doing all these great things, but now you're also saying kind things to yourself. And you can be in any mirror and do this, but I think the most important part is that you just feel good when you do it. You don't want to get in the mirror and start overanalyzing things. Get into a mirror because you want to say something nice today. So that's what I would say. That would be my Fast 5 weight loss topics for you. The skinny mirror is a real thing. When you're having a bad day, put your little bikini on, your little cute crop top, whatever, go into your skinny mirror and be like, yes. And it really will motivate you to work out. That's what I did. On rainy days, I would come home from work and I'd be like, I can't do this. I'm not working out. I just want to drink some wine. I want to sit on the couch. And then I would go put on my summer clothes and I would just be in my regular mirror sometimes and I'd be like, okay. And it would be enough for me to go work out. You will thank yourself. And then you get to a point where it's it's just automatic. You do it every day because you'll feel good. So that's what I would say. So now I want to do our cards. So if you're not interested in oracle cards, who isn't? If you're not interested, it's time to pop off. You can check me out on my podcast for all the weight loss tips, weight loss hacks, daily motivation, mindset motivation, spirituality. And yeah, we have a great show over there as well. So check me out on Pandora, Spotify, Apple. Just search Chelsea Swift is your spirit animal. Now I'm going to do my oracle cards. So I always do these on the podcast. Angels, spirit, guides. All right. So we have send love. Looking tired today. What is it? Acceptance. Stop. Apologize. What is happening here? What's going on? Stop. I literally do this every day. I'm obsessed. Okay. So now it's self-reflection, explore, trust, think about it. And I'm just going to do one more clarifier because I'm like, what are we talking about? And top card. Oh, don't they love it? They love doing this. You already know. Divine purpose. All right, I'm gonna pull the message for you. Like, now I'm like, is this for me? Stop. What are you saying? Okay. Mother Mary, patience. So let's get into our cards right now. Give me 1 second to just do. I should like pan down. Sorry guys. I'll get better at this. I'll get better. Acceptance. Send love. Apologize. Actually going to do this. Explore, reflection. Trust, think about it. Patience. All right. Sorry, I need to have them like this. Okay, so the whole message right now is when you accept, when you come into full acceptance. Okay. So see how she's like this? She looks like she is just at peace with everything. Nails are not cute. Hide it. Hide it. So I feel like when you can accept everything, that's when you can really start to send love. Okay? So I don't know. I'm feeling like with the acceptance and send love, this whole message is like you have to accept everything. It's like as above, so within type of, as above, so below type of vibe is like, it doesn't matter. You just accept everything. And then once you can come to a place of peace, because that's what acceptance does. It's like once you come to a place of peace, you can send love. Like, okay, so with this apologize card, I don't know if you can even see it, but like the way he has like a check mark like on his thing. So I feel like you're like, once you put burdens down, it's done. Like I'm seeing like a check. So the whole thing with like send love, especially with holding these rocks like in her hand, it almost looks like she's looking at a phone, but it's a rock. I don't even know why I'm getting that. So like accept everything, judge nothing. That's when you can send love, and understand that when you have moved to acceptance, like it's already done, because that's what I'm getting with that. And then explore self-reflection, because everything reflects off of you. So when you go internally, because that's the other thing, it looks like he's bending down to like move inwards. So when you can move internally, that's when you're free to start exploring, right? Like a different option. See how he's walking away? So explore and self-reflect. From there, that's where you start to build and develop trust within yourself, because you are your own navigation system when you can start to reflect on what is relevant for you, because you're not waiting for someone outside of you to tell you like this is the best move or this is the best thing to do. It's like you've accepted all paths. You have accepted your place in the universe. You've accepted all people, situations, things. Now you're in a present moment to be able to center and send love. Like it's almost like center in love. And that's when you can send it. Do you know what I'm saying? And with the apology, it's like once that's checked, it's like it's done. You know, all deeds are done. And now you're able to like explore new energy, go inside and check out your own energy, move inward, right? Like sometimes we're so busy going outside for things that we need to start like coming back to our true roots of like who we are. And then right here where it says trust, think about it. And I'm laughing at this card, you already know. Because I kind of did already know the message before I get the cards. Sometimes I already know what they're going to say, but that's just why this is funny. But that's so true when you do, and that's something that I do is I always like confirm within before I go out and search for an answer. So that's the most important part. Like see how he's trusting his energy. Again with the nail, stop. So I feel like you have to trust your energy and think about it. Think about it is like use your mind for good. You know, when you're thinking about something, you know, we talk about meditation, we talk about spirituality. It can get confusing, right? It's not confusing. Only think about what you want, period. Kick everything else out. Because when you're able to trust your own energy, you're able to think more positively. And I don't think that's a word, but that's okay. You already know your divine purpose because that's already within you. But if you explore that self-reflection, that's when you're going to get to your divine purpose. That's when it's going to kick in and you're like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And then patience. Always have patience because Mother Mary being like the highest level that, you know, she's one of the highest beings that have ever been on earth in the way that she practiced love, kindness, and compassion. Not a lot of human beings have evolved to this level. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you are patient, you'll get to that level. This was a message. All right, so let's get into it. Accept, okay? Acceptance, full acceptance of everything. That's when you can send love. That's when it's done. No need to carry it around. It's checked off. I don't know if you can even see that. Check, I was trying to show you. Check mark, see? Check. Oh my God, the nails. So anyways, explore it. Self-reflect. It's the most important thing you can do for yourself. And then trust. Trust in that energy. Really use your mind for good. Think positively because you already know what your divine purpose is. Once that kicks in, you already know. And the only thing about that though is once you know, and you might think, okay, well I know this, but I'm not getting results. Be patient. 100% be patient. Same thing happened to me when I was like, oh, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my career. I'm going to change my body. And then like out, you know, my mind and like where I was at in life, it wasn't working out at first. But if you stay patient, the universe absolutely rewards you to a higher level of thinking, higher level of being. So hopefully we had a great Oracle pep talk. And again, you can check me out on Chelsea Swift Is Your Spirit Animal. That is on Spotify, Apple, and Pandora. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.